Tune in live every Saturday at 11 a.m. to watch the Opinionated Truth podcast with Odias and SoSo, streaming live from YouTube and Facebook. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page and join our Facebook group page to get updates on new topics. The Opinionated Truth podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Listen, when I open up my mouth, real niggas pay attention. And when I spit that wholesome gang, just please shut up and listen. Excuse my language, baby, but right now I'm in my feelings. I love my city, but I'm tired of all this fucking killing. You niggas dumb and embarrassing, it's for whoever drilling. Broke niggas ain't got no car, even got no pot to piss in. I feel like Wayne 2006, bitch, I ain't got no ceiling. You riding with me, get rolled over, cause I'm on a mission. And every time I look in the mirror, I see my competition. Picasso with this shit, sit back and let me paint a picture. These niggas acting like bitches, bitches acting like niggas. I'm cool like a dump, but somehow I still remain relentless, big dog.
Do you just sit around and have crazy conversations about relationships, going back and forth with your friends or family members about certain relationship topics? Do you have a podcast where you talk about relationships and sometimes you run out of topics? You need to get the book, Tales of Love and War, a book of short love stories. They are all short love stories with a twist either in the middle of the story or at the end of the story. Definitely conversational pieces, definitely different point of views from the male and the female. It is written by Sophia Manson, available on Amazon.com. Get the book. It's crazy. It's going to have you like, what the heck? Tales of Love and War. That's Tales of Love and War, a book of short love stories written by Sophia Manson. Available on Amazon.com. Get it now, and you will never run out of topics to talk about because this book is going to continue to keep you talking and talking and talking. That's Tales of Love and War, Tales of Love and War, a book of short love stories written by Sophia Manson. Available right now on Amazon.com. Come on. Come on into Mocasa Cuts and the Men's Spa, located at 21516 Main Street in Messon, Illinois. Experience exquisite services from our professional barbers and skin therapists. We are more than just your regular barber shop. Come on downstairs where you'll enjoy our lounge area with the flat screen TV, pool table, projector screen, hookahs, private jacuzzi room, sauna, outdoor living space, and hot tub. Take advantage of our Tuesday morning gentlemen's specials, which include a haircut and facial along with coffee, tea, and donuts, just for $45. And our Caveman Wednesdays, where we serve brats, beer, and facials for just $55. Book your appointments at forthekingspa.com. That's FORKINGSSPA.com or call 708-539-6753.
Welcome to Chicago. Chicago.
Game ready.
All the lanes leave.
Come on.
Come on.
Respect my swagger. We come for your hood. Respect my swagger. When you see me in the club. Respect my swagger. When I'm talking to them bros. Respect my swagger.
I'm the opposite of women, they not feeling me. I give out examples between about 10 or 3. In the meantime, I break up couples steadily. Having niggas talk to theyself like, can it be? Can it be? How a player could work the whole room. I'm not round nosing this chick. I hit this so soon. You assume that they gotta recite lines to make your crew shine. Then you will be out of time. Now, can't put off the impression you living thirsty. Talk to somebody else's dame, he living dirty. I'm not about to wrestle with no nigga. I'm close to 30. I'm grown as hell. I show more guns than Barry Gordy. You think I'm not a threat, man?
Respect my swagger.
When I'm talking to your broad, man.
Respect my swagger.
It's 7 to 1 player, man.
Respect my swagger.
When we walk up in the club, man.
Respect my swagger. Don't say nothing. Respect my swagger. When we come through your hood. Respect my swagger. When you see me in the club. Respect my swagger.
Yeah, this is Odias, and I'm with my opinionated truth all day about everything.
Hey guys, welcome to the Opinionated Truth podcast. As you see, he is Odias.
Yes.
No, really? Oh. Hey guys, welcome to the Opinionated Truth podcast with your host
Odias, with my opinionated truth about everything.
and I am SoSo, of course. And thank you and welcome to the new podcast.
New and improved.
It's not Speak It. Speak It is still Speak It is in a vault right now. Don't worry, Speak It is not non-existent, but I wanted to get a new brand, new co-host.
True.
And and start a whole new podcast where it's more than just relationships and things like that. So the Opinionated Truth podcast is basically giving our opinionated truth about any subject matter. And we, of course, we have my doggy and Gabo here. Sit down, Gabo. Sit down. Sit down.
Affectionated as hell.
Sit down. Sit down. All right.
Good boy. Okay, and he's back up again.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Oh. All right. So anyway, go ahead. I want to try to find it on my page because I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's streaming right now.
Well, you know what? Actually, maybe you have something to talk about, though, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. So speaking of Speak It, give me 1 second. I just really want to make sure that people are able to see this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna share it on the group page. So I'm not sure if it's shared in the group. So you're like live on your regular Facebook. Yeah. That's why you see you. I'm saying if we were seeing, if you could see the stream, so you can read the comments from the stream.
Oh, see, and I can't even tell them.
I know because you got to go on your actual page. It's fine. I got it here. Uh-huh. So anyway. Go on to the comments and see. So, guys, first of all, we wanted to ask you all to like and subscribe to our Opinionated Truth podcast page with Odias and SoSo. YouTube. It's new. We just only have just a couple of little samples on there. And also, if you can join the Facebook group page, which is the Opinionated Truth group page on Facebook. We have a number of people on there. I make sure I post consistently on that page every day to keep it growing. Invite your friends. Actually share this podcast if you must, and help us grow, the podcast. And of course, we will always help you all grow in whatever you're doing also.
And in the group page, you can also post like subject matter, that you want to talk about, or just talk about it on there, or you could send a comment letting us know that you want us to talk about this on the actual podcast as well. Yep. And, we're going to have some fun with it too.
Yes, we will. And so I just want to get into the whole
it's a meat and potatoes.
The whole Speak It thing, because I know some of you were asking when I put up about the Opinionated Truth podcast and I put up Odias as my co-host. You guys asking about Speak It and what happened with Speak It and what happened with Ryan. And I never touched on it. I wasn't sure if I should talk about it. But then Ryan talked about it on his show. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess it's cool to talk about because I didn't know Ryan was going to talk about it on his show until he showed me the clip of him, his view of it. So we ended up, Ryan and I, well, I'm just going to play, if you all didn't see Ryan talk about it, I'm going to play the clip of what Ryan said about why, Speak It isn't, in his opinion.
Yeah. When I talked to her, in my eyes, you wish me happy birthday, you never call me, and then you replace me on the show. This is premeditated murder. you really did that to me, huh? You really played me to the left. And so, and she like, boy, what are you talking about? I called you. I said, you didn't call me. She said, I called you and I texted you and you ignored me. Yeah. She showed me her phone. I show her my phone. I'm looking at the dates and I'm like, oh, snap. It's like April 24th. That's when she texted me, called me. I said, so my phone was broke for 2 days. Mm-hmm. She was like, but I texted you and you called me and I just gave her a big hug and I was like, hey, Like, you know, we have our beef, we had our arguments, but man, I'm sorry that this happened like this. And man, so many times in life, things like that happen. This was a major misunderstanding. Like to the point where she was mad at me. She didn't replace me on the show. She replaced, and I never advertised Speak It podcast. I'm advertising it today. I never advertised Speak It podcast because I'm gonna tell you the truth about Speak It. Like, it was a task for me to go. The show used to start at 8:00 on Monday nights. I had just done my show Sunday night at 7. And now here I am on Monday at 8, and I'm doing this other podcast. It's a task, but every time I got on there, sometimes we would argue, but a lot of times I would pour my heart out about how I felt about love and how I felt about his relationship podcast, how I felt about my marriage ending, how I felt in the moment. And we had related topics, and it actually was very therapeutic. And I didn't advertise it because going through this major transition in life, it's like, man, I don't want my people to see me in that space.
Okay, so that was Brian Reed, guys, my former co-host from Speak It. And I just want to, because we know a lot of the same people, and so I don't want people to think that I replaced Ron. What happened was Ron and I was talking about kind of revamping the show, doing it from my men's spa, and we were planning on doing it on a Friday. Well, the owners of the barbershop told us we couldn't do it on Friday. We had to do it on Saturday. We're doing business hours, basically. So I chose Saturday at 2. I called Ron repeatedly, and it continued to send me the voicemail. And I texted him, and I didn't receive any answer from Ron. And then I Facebooked him, telling him, like, what's wrong with your phone? Like, did you get my message? And I got no response from Ron. And then I called him again, and I got straight to voicemail again. And so I messaged him on Facebook saying, did you block me? I didn't hear from Ron. I saw that he read my Facebook messages, but I still didn't get any response from Ron. So if you all saw my show that following Saturday, I had Lorenzo and a guy named Michael, and we talked about sex trafficking. I waited on Ron to hit me up, to see what was going on with the podcast. I got no response from Ron. And so after a couple weeks, I was like, okay, well, Ron basically quit on me. So I hit O up because I'm like, well, I'm still going to do nobody's never going to stop me doing anything that I'm going to do. People think that if they quit on me or they think that I need them. It's over. And I don't know, people really don't know SoSo, because SoSo don't stop. Whether if I'm doing it by myself or it's always somebody else out there. And of course I had to go deep into who's my friend, and instead of meeting new people, who I know that I can count on as who's my friend. Oh, and we've been on about 14, 16 years. Long time. Yeah. So I reached out to he was already in the process of starting a podcast. And so I'm like, let's just start a whole new podcast. Mm-hmm. So it's not just my podcast, it's ours. So I didn't replace Ryan. And I when he showed me the clip, I messaged him and told him, I don't want you to think, or people to think, that I replaced you. I did not replace you. I didn't hear from you. Exactly. So I figured you quit. You know, when you go to a job and you don't show up at the job and you don't call the job and let them know, that's called a no call, no show. After 3 of them, you get fired. Some people, after 1, you get fired. So basically, I felt like you quit on me. And then I did the laughing emojis with the word premeditated murder. Yeah, I was like, premeditated murder. And then he replied, you killed me with a T. That saying premeditated to me, I wasn't really laughing. I thought it was funny because premeditated meaning that I thought about ahead of time to replace Ron. That was never in my opinion. Ron and I, we never had beef because I would have wrote a diss track. All right, I had beef with somebody I wrote a diss record for. So I never had beef with Ron. Ron and I, Ron was going through his thing with in his marriage, and I'm not gonna. He talked about it on the show, but that's for him to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it because I still got a lot of love and respect for Ron. But I believe that his situation that he was going through, I was the next lady and he was looking at, so it kind of reflected off of me. And we might have had 3 disagreements, but we always came back from them or the same day or whatever. And then we had one kind of bigger argument the last time we saw each other. But the next day we still came back from. I checked on him, make sure he got home safe, and he was like, "Yeah, I did. Thank you for checking on me." So we were good. We never really argued a lot. And on the show, it wasn't arguments. It was back and forth disagreements. It's a podcast. We have our opinions. We wasn't arguing. We have deep conversations before the show. We have deep conversations after the show. We stayed backstage. We talked, you know, and Ryan I consider Ryan a friend. You know, I was there for Ryan, encouraging him through the process that he was going through. I was empathetic with him. He was encouraging me with the situation I was going through, and he was very empathetic with me. I looked at Ryan as somebody that I can trust with my feelings, with whatever. Being supportive. Yes, really, yeah. And he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about it. I just don't want people to think that I just replaced him, that I premeditated the situation. And so it was just basically when I saw Ron and Chuck, Ron said, "So you hurt me." And so I told Ron, I said, "How did I hurt you? You hurt me. I didn't hear from you. I was calling you." He said that his phone was broke or whatever. I said, "Well, maybe that's when I was calling you." And I said, he was like, "I don't block people." So he showed me his phone, and it had my name in it in my email, but it didn't have my phone number. And I'm like, "Ryan, you don't even have my phone number in your phone." And then I said, "Well, Ryan, I Facebooked you." He said, "I didn't get your Facebook." And I showed him like, "You read it." So then he ended up showing me his Facebook. And it's crazy that he don't have the 2 messages that I sent him that day. You know, he's like, "I didn't get your Facebook." So to clear it all up, it wasn't a miscommunication. It was a lack of communication. I reached out several times, even if Ryan's phone was broke for 2 days. Now, Ryan, I want to tell you this. Even if your phone was broke for 2 days, because I had time to really think about it after I watched that video consistently over trying to understand your point of view on some things. When your phone was broke for 2 days, when you got your phone back, how not hit me back and say, so I got my phone now. What's going on with the podcast? Are we doing it on Friday? I didn't get any of your messages. You did not reach out until you saw me that Friday at Chug It Up. And then also with the not sharing the podcast, it was just like that always was like a slap in the face to me. And that's why I had asked you, like, did you want to do it? Because you should never do a show you're ashamed of. You should never be on anything that you can't show people. And you chose to speak about the things you spoke about. You know, you chose to share the things that you shared. We didn't have to go on those top subjects. We didn't have to. We chose subjects together. It wasn't like they was already assigned to us. We controlled the podcast. And so it was things that you didn't want people to see you in, a way you didn't want people to see you, and you didn't have to present yourself in that way, because you never want to be on something that you're ashamed of, unless you get an OnlyFans or something, and then you don't want people to know you got the OnlyFans. But other than that, you should never do something that you're ashamed of.
Yeah, it seemed like his actions was kind of premeditated, man, deleting stuff and all that. But he knew the date though. He knew the exact date.
Yeah, that killed me because I didn't even remember the date.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna dwell any more on that. I just wanted to clear that up because he spoke on it on his show, and I'm like, we know the same people, because I know when I put up the Opinion True podcast, somebody that we know put the eyeball emojis up, and I was like, what does that mean? I laughed because I know he's probably like, wait a minute, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Where's Ryan? And I had people in my inbox asking me where Ryan would speak it. And I just didn't touch on it because I'm like, that's, but when he touched on it, he felt open to do it. I just said, well, he did it on his show. Let me just do it. Let me clear my name so that people won't think that I replaced Ryan. I premeditated to replace Ryan. And, and Ryan's the victim here or whatever. I'm actually the victim. I was actually hurt. I felt betrayed almost in a point, because again, the misleading things that almost like gaslighting type of situation. So anyway, like I said, I still have love for Ryan. It is what it is. I thank you for being on the show the time that you were on the show. Everything has to come to an end at one point. And so, it was a reason why we met, and maybe that wasn't even the reason why we met. Maybe sometime in the future, somewhere in the future, the reason why we met would come up. So all up to you and your endeavors, and I pray, for success for you. I just, wanted to just clear that up, and now we can just move on.
And I'm sure it's going to be another video, man.
And I hope not. I hope this ends it because, it was he said his point, and I said my point. He said his opinion, I said my fact. Yeah. My truth. And so
preach that gospel.
So that's it. If he make another video, he make another video. What's going on with you? He make another video, and I'm not gonna respond on it because I don't do the back and forth. Because it's nothing. It's nothing to go back and forth about. This is what happened. It happened. And that's basically what it is. So, like I said, all love there, no love lost. I'm not mad at him. I was for a time. I was even kind of mad when I saw that video a little bit.
Of course.
And because I had to watch it again, and really like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you played it for me, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because man, to make a video about that and then like fabricate the story a little bit was kind of amazing to me, though. Grown man.
Yeah. So I love to Ryan Reed. I love you, baby. And it is what it is. I'm sure we'll bump. We know that we do some of the same events. We're going to bump into each other again, and I just don't want any tension or anything. This was not to hurt you or put you out there. This was just basically for me to explain to people who was asking about the show, why the show is, why I Speak It isn't a vault, and why Ryan isn't.
He's like a cool dude, though.
He's very cool. I just think Ryan he's just going through his situation, and hopefully he's, and he's in his healing process at this moment, and once everything's healed up, he can, really understand who I am, because there was times when Ryan told me that he hated talking to me and that he get angry every time he talked to me. And that I never had nobody in my life say that. People call me for advice. I stay on the phone with people for hours. I stayed on the phone with Ryan for hours. Me and Ryan talk about everything. Me and Ryan hung out plenty of times. So to say that, it was just because he was going through his toxicity and I was the woman in his face. And he can say all day that he didn't take out on me what he was going through with his ex-wife and another woman, but it was. So like I said, anyway, Ryan, I always pray for you, and I love you, dude. It is what it is, and this is going to be the end of that situation. So let's move on.
All right. So what you got for us today?
So moving on from that, we're going to talk about our subject for the day is let me make sure I put it up there. Is white versus black, white versus black, dark versus light women. Yeah. So we're going to talk about situations that, the popular in the news. I know you heard about this story with, what is her name? Oh my gosh, I've been talking about Ryan. I totally forgot. I want to say Candace. Oh, it's so bad, but it's not. Bridget. Damn it. Well, when the girl said bad, bleach blonde, butch body, bad built
something
woman to Marjorie. The lady name was Marjorie.
Yeah, Marjorie
Brown,
something.
And
Brown?
Crockett was the black girl name. Candace Crockett or something like that. So anyway, so we're gonna play the video so y'all can see the name. Yeah, because it's all over the internet. And the way when the white lady, Marjorie Green, I think her last name was, like that, yeah. She talked about Candace Owens' fake eyelashes, basically in a Congress meeting, saying like, oh, you can't tear over those long false lashes. And it was a little bit of commotion, just a little bit more so on Crockett's side. They were defending her, but on her side it was a little bit. When Candace Owens rebuttal back with her raw ass rebuttal, it was a whole. And she wants, then the white lady wants to say, now we are not going to go there, but you started it, but now you want to play victim, which is always happening, especially with Crockett being a dark skin, or brown skin black woman on top of it, so it made it so where it's more. So
I'm surprised she didn't cry.
I know that they love that. So I'm gonna play that clip, and we are filming on YouTube right now, also. So we have our producer back there, our
What up,
cameraman, our videographer, Donovan, who's Don Dex Photos. I'm gonna have his link in the comments if you all. He's a dope ass photographer. He's also a dope ass videographer.
Yes.
So if you all need a videographer, photographer, I know some weddings coming up, some birthdays coming up.
Man,
I want to put his link in the comments so that you all can come in and hit him up. So let me get to this video so we can really talk about it.
Who cares, man? Yeah, man, that's all that she had to say. Fake lashes, I can't hear. It's sad, man.
Let me see, where is it? I know I put it up. I know I put it in here. Oh, here it is.
You the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order,
Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath
would
even
you
order.
engage in order of your committee.
Order,
Please.
There's a point of order.
We have a point of order.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Point of order. I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Damn!
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
I had no idea what you just said.
So I'm a little confused still. Is bleach blonde, bad built, butch body officially still in the record? Because I think it should be. Someone's got to put a remix on that alliteration.
Just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde,
that was interesting at that type of meeting. I thought.
Yeah. I don't really care for Candace Owens, but shoot, you know.
Just crack it.
Yeah, crack it. So it's like, but when she go in, she be going in, and she wasn't even playing around with her, man.
I just feel like with that, it was the white lady felt that it was okay to say that to this black lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was trying to throw shade. You felt like it was okay and like you would get away with it. You wasn't expecting her to come back because of the setting that y'all was in. And when she did, it's like they seem so shocked all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that to me. This is not the 1950s where black women can't stand up for themselves when a white woman disrespects them. And I think in that manner that they feel that way a lot. That black, you know what I'm saying? They still in that mentality of where black women, you got to respect me. I don't have to respect you, but you better respect me.
You better respect me too. That always make it seem like, some consequences is about to come. Ain't no consequences about to come at me. The only consequence might be you probably getting your ass. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
But even though it might happen, but that's how you should come off, man. Because then the next time, they're going to think twice about making some old 4th grade comment like that, man.
And the fact that it's like the commotion, like I said, when Candace said it, and then, but it was funny when dude was laughing at it. He kind of had his face, right. And he was laughing at it. But for her to come back and say, we're not going to do this.
You already did it.
You already did it.
You just kicked it off.
Yeah, you did it already.
What would you do in that situation?
I would have did the exact same thing she did. I honestly would, because first of all, we are at a Congress meeting. This is a whole meeting, and because you didn't know what we was talking, all she did was say, "Do you know what we were talking about? Do you know what we're here for?" You're asking about something that don't have nothing to do with the meeting.
Nothing.
And so since this black woman called you out, you don't want to look stupid, so you try to make her look stupid. You thought you was going to make people look at her and laugh at her. But now what's on the internet is you. She was at the airport. Some girl saw her and she was like, "Oh, you bleach blonde." The girl said it to her at the airport.
She get roasted now.
Then she want to try to come back and have this big old eyelash. Like I found, eyelashes on the floor. Like, but then you still got roasted in the comments. Like, you can't come back from that. But it's just like on Real Housewives when what's the white lady name? She filmed Nene Leak's house and said she had roaches in her bathroom or something like that. And why was that okay? Why did you feel like that was okay to do for this black lady's house? And Kim Zodiac, and you film her bathroom with and said she had roaches. Like it's such a almost like a stereotype where they white people, black people have roaches and all this stuff. So then you want to try to film that, and it was just like a bug or something in her bathroom.
Yeah. And that's what she did with the lashes, man. Man, mostly every black person, every black female has some lashes, man. So now you basically
white women wear lashes too.
Right. So now you offending the whole mass community, man. The people that be doing that, man. Girl, every time they see you, man, you could be going to McDonald's or whatever, man. They out there about to go in on your goof.
Oh, they definitely gonna go in on her. What? And then we could even cross back to another subject, where Caitlyn, the basketball player, and Asia Wilson, where she talked about how Caitlyn got getting these deals because she's white. When Asia Wilson, was one of the stars. Caitlyn, but she come in and getting a Nike deal.
Come in getting it. You ain't even bounce the NBA ball.
Right, you ain't got no real accolades scored to get Nike. And then with the way they in the Chicago Sky introduced Angel Reese with this dead ass introduction, and it's like, when are we going to catch a break in our community? And then I also wondered if Asia Wilson was light skinned. What she had got.
So now I was going back to
the because she's a brown skin or fair, on the considered a dark skin side. And just like if Candace, what is her first name? Is it Candace? I want to keep. Crockett.
Oh, okay, Crockett.
If she, I said I be catching my I'm sure I edit that out in my YouTube. If she was light skinned, what Marjorie Green had said that about her eyelashes.
That's a good one, though. But she probably, her in that situation, she probably still would because she's black, period.
But if she was like.
Man, that's a good one, man. But in the entertainment industry, they definitely be playing the light skin and dark skin.
Not even in entertainment.
Especially back in the day.
Even in our regular world. Right. Because I know when I was in high school, and I was at VIP bar. And y'all come see me Thursday at VIP bar, new bartender. Country Tokyo's on Pulaski, 182nd Street. Anyway, my arms.
That's cool.
No, it's not.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's not. If Blaze was watching this, he would be like, SoSo, watch your arms. Anyway, I am myself, and I don't say I'm a lot. But when we were talking about the colorism, she was saying how when she first became a bartender and 09 or whatever, and she's dark, she's beautiful dark. And she was saying that how she was discriminated against because she was dark, how the owners treated her bad because she was dark. And I think one of them called her ugly, and they were saying why is she at the front of the bar, a lot of stuff because she was dark. When I was in high school, the light-skinned girls were considered the pretty girls and was getting all the attention and all this stuff. And so it happens in our community. And of course, it stems from slavery when the light-skinned girls was in the house and the dark-skinned women was out picking. And unfortunately, our community took that. And then, of course, Hollywood played along with it. So all the light-skinned girls was the first girl on a man's hand in the videos. The dark-skinned girls in the back. And then here it is now just showing even when I watch, it's spoken up on in the reality TV shows on Housewives of Potomac when they talked about colorism on their stage because you have the mixed girls and then you have the dark-skinned girls. So the mixed girls can say whatever they want. Oh, yeah. The dark-skinned girls start to talk. She's aggressive. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're being too aggressive. You're being, you're threatening. You're loud. You got an attitude. Mm-hmm. And that's how it comes out, which is so sad.
It is sad as hell. Damn. And it's still going on now. And it goes back to all the slavery thing, man. They're of course, people, in society always be we need to get over it and all that, but they didn't get over it yet. So it's a whole lot of slavery, man, that's still going on now, man. But now it's just kind of covered up. It's modern day slavery, man. Like, we still get. I mean, of course, we have a lot of opportunities, man. But like you said, though, man, it's like it depends on the skin tone and all of that stuff, man.
It's just sad that we bring so much into our community. We bring a lot of what happened in slavery, a lot of what happened in the times where segregation from black and white. We segregate ourselves as far as even supporting each other's businesses, as far as the light skin, dark skin, the even now we joke about the light skin, and we have our I don't date light skin people. I don't date dark skin guys. I don't date light skin guys.
Right,
the guys, I don't date dark skin women. I don't date light skin women. Why? We're all still black at the end of the day.
Black as hell.
We all still black at the end of the day. Oh, you was African American or whatever you want to call yourself. We're all still in that nationality. Mm-hmm. We all share the same culture. All our mamas said the same thing to us growing up. You go to every black household, they mama done said the same thing to you that your mama done said to you. So us to be able to separate ourselves and saying one group of people is prettier, is calmer than the next group of people. And the darker you are, the worse it is for you. We should be embracing that. Unless it's like when someone from born and raised in Africa come out. They are not looked at like a dark-skinned American woman is looked at. Yeah. That because we accept, Africans, they have that harsh, demeanor. That's just their demeanor. Like when I worked in nursing homes and the patients would complain about this nurse. She's an African nurse. They say that she's mean. And I would say, well, that's her demeanor. That's just how she's not really mean. That's just how, she come, her voice and that's her demeanor. It was excused. But if it was a dark-skinned African American woman, it would be no excuse for us. Oh yeah, she got an attitude, or so even separating the dark skins because of where the culture from Africa to being African American is terrible because we don't have like a real voice for us.
Exactly, for sure.
And I do consider myself dark skinned. People are like, oh, you're not dark skinned, you're brown or whatever. But I'm still in that favor. And
you're a darker skin.
I'm a darker skin. And it's funny, when I was younger, I actually lightened up as I got older. Isn't that weird? When I was younger, I was my mama's darkest child. I was dark when I was young. I was dark skinned and I was a bone. So two things against me. I was really skinny and I was dark skinned. So yeah, I had some insecurities when I was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, even freshman year or something. Yeah. But now shit, you can't tell me shit. I'm bad as fuck. But I am. But it's hard. It was hard. My daughter went through it. My daughter is dark skinned. She's beautiful, copper brown eyes. But growing up, she had some insecurities about her complexion, and I had started showing her like models. Yeah. Iman and like all these dark models. And then I talked to my stepdad and I talked to my brothers and was like, she feel like this way. So my stepdad talked to her, my brothers talked to her, told her how beautiful she was. And she's like, Mom, why did you tell everybody? Now everybody's talking to me. But now the little girl can see out the mirror. Very secure. But I didn't want her to feel because you're dark that you're not pretty. Some of the darkest women are beautiful. They complexion,
the skin tone be crazy, man.
And when they put on like the right colors, white, yellow, orange, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, man.
So beautiful.
Earthy tones.
Yeah, beautiful on these.
Oh yeah, that melanin is crazy, by the way. That melanin is crazy.
So it's so we have to like really break that barrier in our community, and it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop because it's been going on too long and it's been talked about so much. And it's never gonna stop. I don't think nothing is. Our culture is never gonna get better with each other.
No, yeah.
We're never gonna. And I hate to say it, and I hate to sound negative, but how many years?
Yeah, but you're right though, because we're always in competition with each other, man. That's why it's like of course a lot of us be supporting our businesses, but like just in reality though, man. When I was doing music back in the day, man, it's like Chicago never really supported local artists, period, man. There was no love. That's why the Brad and Common left here, man, because they tried to venture out, man, and go to New York, man, and get known and all of that stuff, man. So I mean, yeah, the competition is crazy, man.
It's hard and it's sad, and the fact that even if you do support a Black business and let that Black business mess up one time,
ooh, man, close,
spread it all over the internet. I'm never going back. This is a horrible place. But McDonald's can forget to put fries in your bag, and you paid for it, or they give you cold fries, or Wendy's put. It was how when I went to Portillo's and I didn't get a burger in my fucking bun. I got all the way home, don't have a burger in my bun. They closed. But guess what I do? Still go back to Portillo's, right? Didn't spread it across the world. Didn't put Portillo's down. Nothing. That is, but a Black business.
Grand opening. Grand closing.
Oh, they ain't got no customer service. Oh, they prices too high. And it's sad because it was a video on Instagram, and it was this girl. I think they was in Jersey or somewhere, and she was at a Korean shop, and she was getting a silk press at a Korean shop. And people was like, oh man, $25 for the silk press. Oh man. Then so here go our people, instead of just praising that, they putting down the Black business. Because Black people charge too much. I pay this much. Black people charge too much. Why you gotta put down your community because somebody else's prices are lower? So I had to put on there. I wrote a literally long post. Consider the fact that they spent $25,000 in school. Pay a lot of money. They don't get bogus products or bogus tools. A blow dryer is over $100. They think about their time and their labor, and the fact that they continue to. Every year every 2 years they have to get 12 continued education hours. So people are paying for thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of education, even after the fact that they got their license. So yes, prices, because you're getting a professional service, prices are going to be a little more. So think about that before you put down prices. Some people can be a little overboard with their prices, no lie, but it's inflation. So your price is going to go up because everything else is going up. So you have to raise your prices up. But because this place is charging $25, you want to put down the Black. They ain't say nothing about white salons or anything. First thing they went to, our people, is their own people business. It was nothing on there, anything else about, white people. You go to their salon, blinds, to get your hair to become a blind, it's about $1,000 or higher. Do you hear white people complaining about paying that $1,000 and something to become a platinum blind? No. Do you hear Black people complaining about that new Louis bag they just bought because they want to show it off to the world? Louis don't even know you. We are in the business of keeping other businesses rich instead of making our community, bringing wealth to our community.
Yeah, and a lot of Black owners, they have like vegan restaurants too, and they be fire, man. But they don't never stay open for a long period of time because once again, it goes back to the pricing, man. They be complaining about the prices, and like you said, the customer service and all of that stuff too, man. So it's kind of sad though, man. Can't even support our own people, man. But then I want to keep on going to McDonald's, man.
My thing is this: stop saying they're too expensive. They're just not in your budget. You're not their customer, and we have to get out of that stigma that this place is so expensive. No, it's not that they're expensive. It's just that we can't afford them. We're not their customer. So don't go to people who you're not their customer. When you see their prices on their menu, just say, they're not in my budget, and go to where your budget is. That don't mean you got to put down their business, And then as far as like with the no lie. Customer service is number one for me, and we do need to work on our customer service. But at the same time, I was in Ohio, and we had a waitress. She was a white lady, and her customer service was horrible. So bad customer service is in every community, not just our community. So we gotta really like fix that issue where we feel like there's, we're just horrible at everything. And it's coming from our people. And then you wonder why other people ain't supporting our community, because we ain't supporting our community. If I was white and I see how terrible Black people tearing down their own community, why would I want to go in that community and support it? Your own people don't support you.
Yeah.
So we got to get better at that.
Clones. Shoot, what else we got to talk about?
Well, I want to break it down because everybody know I am a licensed esthetician. I'm a lot of other things too, but I do have a men's spa inside of Mocasa Cuts Barbershop where I service men, giving men a sanctuary so where they can have to share space with the woman. And you come and get I do facials, educate you on your skin, take care of your skin, give you home regimens to do, give you products to take home to help take care of your skin. And I do, upper body massages, which includes the glutes and up. And I have a full body detox in there, sauna, private jacuzzi area. It's a lot in the men's spa. And so I want to educate y'all where I have a segment. It's called SoSo's Beauty Hack of the Week. So we're going to get into that. And I'm going to tell you, it's always going to be an ingredient that you can either get from the grocery store or already have in your house or something like that where it's going to help with your skin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
SoSo's Beauty Hack of the Week.
Let's go.
So my beauty hack of the week today. Okay, so nutmeg, of course, is an antioxidant. So it's really good for you because it increases your collagen production, which stimulates your skin cell growth, and it's helping improve skin elasticity. It's also exfoliates. It's great exfoliation actually, and it eliminates. Exfoliation takes away your dead skin cells off the top of your skin. You have 3 layers of skin, which is the epidermis, the dermis, and the subcutaneous or adipose layer. Yes. And so your epidermis is the top layer of your skin, and that's where all your dead skin cells lay. So you need to exfoliate, and nutmeg is a great exfoliation. And it also hydration. For those who have dehydrated skin, you can use nutmeg in your. You can even just sprinkle some nutmeg in your moisturizer or your cleanser, and you can make a nutmeg. A mask with like nutmeg and honey and lemon, because lemon is a brightener. That's awesome. And you can put it on your face as a mask and leave it on for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then you remove it. So nutmeg is my beauty hack of the week. It's really good for acne and really good for a spot treatment. You can take some, like I said, make a paste with nutmeg and even some distilled water and put it on your face for a spot treatment. And you can even add tea tree in there because tea tree is good for acne also if you have a tea tree essential oil, and that would help with your acne. So today's beauty hack of the week is nutmeg. So I know everybody have that in their cabinet because you got to use it to make your sweet potatoes and sweet potato pies. So if you don't have it, go get you some nutmeg. You can even buy the actual nutmeg.
Right.
I don't know where you can get those from, but they somewhere. But so beauty hack of the week. SoSo's beauty hack of the week is nutmeg.
Yeah. I might start doing that myself, man.
The nutmeg?
Yeah, dudes need to start taking care of themselves, man. But they don't get no mayonnaise or patties or nothing, man. That's sad, man. It's not good.
Some men do.
Yeah,
a lot of men now are into their self-care. When it's just this area, I'm not too sure, but I know when I was in Plainfield, and my clients was Black and Latina and Hispanic. Yeah. And they were coming regularly for their facials. Like buying products, coming every 2 weeks, once a month, regularly. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the south suburbs, should I say.
Well, yeah, well, me, I can't speak for every man, but me though, guys, women like for dudes to take care of themselves, man. Toes and hands, man.
And face.
They don't want no dirty.
You know, like seeing all the enlarged
them.
pores sitting around y'all face and everything, and then you got all that hyperpigmentation surrounding it. It's like, especially when you're dating somebody who's in the industry. And so all I'm doing every time when I talk to, no matter who, if y'all was on the screen right now, I'd be looking at y'all skin. So it's like I'm already examining y'all skin while I'm talking to you. And if I talk to you about is your face when you deny, it's kind of a turn off.
Yeah, she did that to me the other day, man. So I must start doing it though, because man, we got to, man. Dang. Oh yeah, by the way, so me, man, I have some products too, man. I got mugs and book bags and duffel bags, t-shirts, all that stuff, man. So the link is gonna be in the description box, and there's gonna be a commercial about it too, man. Don't worry about
What's
nothing.
the name of the brand?
Thank you. It's called Respect My Swagger. Stop playing with me, man. Let's go.
Okay.
So we got this, man. We got this.
Great. All right. Don't forget again to like and subscribe to our YouTube page, The Opinionated Truth Podcast, with Odias and SoSo. I put the link in the group page on Facebook. Join that group page. It's The Opinionated Truth Facebook group page. And to if you missed this video or any other video, it's always going to be up on that page. And then this video is also going to be up on our YouTube page. And so to help us grow, we'll anything you want us to talk about, we talk about. So don't worry about. I did have somebody ask questions. They say talk about relationships, and so maybe next week. I mean, I need to be more. I need a more specific topic on that. So I'm actually going to go back into that and ask what do you want me to talk about as far as relationship? I mean, I think I think in all my podcasts, I had 3 relationship podcasts. I think there's not a subject that I have not spoken on. Yeah. Not at all.
But we're going to talk about it again. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I repeated some and speak it because it's just so much.
Yeah, relationships could get messy. So that's definitely a good topic to talk about anyway. So, you know what? Look, man, we're going to talk about everything. Everything.
It's the Opinionated Truth Podcast.
Everything.
And then we're also, don't forget again, my book is available on Amazon.com. I will also have that link up in the comments. It Tells a Love War, a book of short love stories written by me. When you go on Amazon, it's written by Sophia Manson. That's my real name. Don't be using it out loud. But that's what the book is, the author of the book. I'm also coming out with my erotic poetry book. It's going to be audio, visual. Mm-hmm. So look out for that. I'm going to post that soon. I'm actually still doing that. And the Tales of Love and War audio book will be coming out also shortly, because I know a lot of you all ask for audio books. Oh, I like to listen when I'm in my car, and y'all better have audio. So I've been working. I was looking for a guy to voice the book, and so finally, hopefully, I assigned DJ Lil Jon to be the voice. So we'll see when he's gonna get it done. I actually got to get on it too. So that's that. Then again, the men's spa is located inside of Casa Cuts Barbershop, 1516 Main Street in Masson, Illinois. Come see me. You can book your appointment at www.forthekingsspa.com. That's forthekingsspa.com. And that will also be in the link.
Yeah.
So, Odias.
Yes. Yeah.
What did you learn today on this podcast?
I just wanted to point out too. This is so random, man, but white people got roaches too, man. Don't think that they don't, and black people just got roaches. Look, man, I've been around in this world, and white people got roaches, mice, all that, man. But yeah, I've learned that this is fun. And we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, look, it's about to get entertaining. This is the first show, man. It's about to get crazy, man.
What did you learn about today's subject? Crazy.
Well, I already did my research on that stuff, man. But what I learned about, so look, well, what they should learn, white people should learn their place and not talk about things that they don't know about, man. Like, how you gonna talk about somebody's lashes, though? I mean, in a professional environment like that. That's totally unacceptable, man. But yeah, I didn't really learn nothing for myself. I was just trying to entertain.
Great. So today I learned that there is a multitude of shades in our community and in a lot of communities, the Arabian community, even in the white community, you have some that's more whiter than others. And we should all just not judge somebody by the darkness, the shade of their skin. And feel that because the darker you are, the more scarier you are.
Right, yeah.
And I learned that.
Intimidating.
Yeah, and so that's basically, I learned that no matter what setting you're in, you can fuck around and find out.
ASAP.
That's my main thing of learning.
But they knew that though. You know what? Even the people that's about to do it, they already know not to do that, man.
Right. So that was just kind of my learn was kind of my remark. Also, basically, just treat everybody with respect. Make sure you just go through life just loving people, loving yourself, putting God first. Like I said, we started the show off with, speaking on Brian, and not like I said before, I have a lot of love for him, and so I don't want this to be a show where it looks like we have beef. We don't have any beef.
No negativity.
There's no negativity. I thank everybody for their participation in Speak It podcast. It was an amazing podcast. That was my very first podcast. I started when I first got out of school after Unfiltered. It was Speak It. It was like it's a podcast where I just interview people, small business owners. So I put it in a vote when we did Unfiltered, and then we did live with Odias and SoSo, and then I brought it back out the vote, and that's when, I invited Ryan to be my co-host on the show. So now it's back in the vote, but it will be back out. It's probably just going to be me again interviewing business owners. But the Opinionated Truth podcast is here. We plan to grow it as big as we can grow it. And, like I said, just support each other. Let's grow our community as Black people. Stop putting down businesses. Learn great customer service. If you expect to get great customer service, you have to give great customer service. If you expect to get support other people and when you asking for support from people. And don't take advantage of people. Don't go in as opportunists or go in with an ulterior motive to just gain and not really in there with good intentions, a big heart. So that's my closing remarks. What's yours?
I don't even have any, man. I'm just looking forward to the next show, man. It's going to be totally awesome, as they say.
All right. Well, thank you guys again for watching. We're sorry we started the show kind of late. It was a lot of technical difficulties doing this, trying to set it up, trying to get the StreamYard up. And so next week we will be here at 11. And thank you guys again. Have a great show. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the Opinionated Truth podcast. I am your host, SoSo.
And I'm Odias.
And we're out. Love you guys.
Holla back.
Hold on. We're not off yet. Okay. We're off there. We're not off there.
Take your time.
We gotta do the closing. Hold on. Me and Ryan always had this issue. Like, how come the closing ain't closing? Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting.
Thank you for tuning in to the Opinionated Truth podcast with Odias and SoSo. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube page and join our Facebook group page to get updated information and join in on new topics to discuss. We stream live every Saturday at 11 a.m. The Opinionated Truth podcast with Odias and SoSo.
You think I'm not a threat, man? Respect my swagger. When I'm talking to your broad, man. Respect my swagger. It's 7 for one player, man. Respect my swagger.
Welcome to Chicago.